Hello, everybody. Welcome to Unbound Wisdom. Today we are talking about the sacred geometry symbol, the Merkaba. It's a powerful symbol, an ancient symbol, and I like to use it often in my energetic practices. So I wanted to share some of the reasons why I use it today, and also explain the ways in which you can put yourself in an energetic Merkaba if it is of interest to you. So first, I want to show you what one looks like in case you're unaware. I'm going to throw one up on the screen now. As you can tell, it is two tetrahedrons. They're facing opposite directions, and they're actually spinning in opposite directions as well. So one points up, one points down. A tetrahedron is a pyramid, but it has a three-sided base. So often we would think about the pyramids like the pyramids that we see in Egypt that has a four-sided base. But in a tetrahedron, it has a three-sided base. And each of the sides are equilateral, so they're equilateral triangles. The meaning of Merkaba, actually, it's a Hebrew word meaning vehicle or chariot, and it comes from the three words Mer meaning light, Ka meaning spirit, and Ba meaning body. So all put together, it is union of the spirit and one's body. And when it is activated, we are surrounded by light. We are surrounded by protection. We are surrounded by a force that raises our vibration and facilitates healing. I personally like to use the Merkaba for three different things, usually. The first one would be for protection. I use it if I am going through a phase where I feel like I'm not sleeping very well at night. Maybe I'm being infringed upon in the dream time, or I feel like the astral experiences that I'm having are not so savory. I will put myself in a Merkaba before I fall asleep, and that seems to help quite a bit. Also, if I'm going into a crowded place, I might put one on for extra energetic protection to protect my energy field. Or if I'm leaving a place like a convention or maybe a concert, something where I've been around a lot of people and may have inadvertently taken on their energy, I would put myself in a Merkaba as a way of clearing my energy field. So anytime my energy field feels low, feels sluggish, I just don't feel like myself. If I feel like I need to do a clearing, a Merkaba is a very easy way to do it, very quick way to do it, actually. Because it does clear our field and it raises our frequency. And the more often we do it, the more we're going to notice the shift that that comes over us. The third thing that I might use it for is if I'm trying to balance out my masculine and my feminine energy. So the bottom tetrahedron actually is representative of the feminine energy. It comes up from the earth, so it's from the earthly realms. It brings in the divine feminine energy into our being, and it spins counterclockwise. The top pyramid represents the masculine energy, solar energy coming from the cosmos, and it spins clockwise. So if I'm trying to play around with bringing in more feminine energy, for let's say, I will allow the bottom pyramid to spin faster than the top pyramid. Ideally, when we're in balance, the top and bottom, masculine and feminine energies will spin at the same rate. But you can play around with it and see how you feel better. Like notice if you allow the bottom one to spin faster for a time, maybe you draw in more feminine energy and maybe that feels good to you for the day. It's something that you'll just need to experiment with and just be open to how you feel in the moment and allowing what your intuition tells you that your body needs at that time. So to put yourself in a Merkaba, it is helpful to have a pyramid with you. For myself anyway, because I'm very challenged spatially, it really helped to have a physical pyramid that I could look at and be like, okay, now I'm going to go like this, or if you don't have a physical representation of one, it's also helpful to draw it out with your hands just to envision it. If you're like me and you have trouble seeing things in space, right? What I do is I like to place the bottom one first. I envision the pyramid or a tetrahedron coming up from the earth. The base of the pyramid is facing up and it rises from the earth. I like to call on either my higher self, or often will call on Archangel Metatron. If you feel a connection to any angel, if you feel a connection to any guides, you can ask them for assistance in this as well. Or you can also just envision the light from the divine helping you, the divine source. For myself, I like to use the color gold or the color purple, but that's me. It'll be something different for everybody. So you'll have to feel into it and see what works best for you that day. So after I've called on help from whomever I feel that day, I envision the pyramid coming up from earth in whatever color it appears to you is wonderful. I bring the pyramid up from earth, and I will actually even use my hands to spin it counterclockwise. And it actually, the bottom one will connect just above my, well, just underneath my collarbone, let's say. It will connect right here. I'll envision it and feel it being placed there. And I will allow it to spin counterclockwise, and I will feel how that feels. If I feel like I want to make it spin faster, I can in that moment, or I can ask it to slow down. Either way, it just really depends on what you need for that day. Then I call on the top tetrahedron to come down from Father Sun, the Great Central Sun, whatever feels good to you. Bottom one from Mother Earth, top one from Father Sun, Great Central Sun, whatever feels good. And this one will spin clockwise. So I actually will draw it with my hands, and I will go like this with my hands to make it spin clockwise. And I allow that one to come down and connect. It's about belly button level. So there's a little bit of overlap in the middle, right? And you can tell where that overlap is. It actually encapsulates your heart. So again, with the top one, allowing it to spin as fast as you feel like that day, either matching the lower one or not, however feels good. And often when I do this, I will sit with the energy to allow it to balance and allow myself to feel into it, what I need for the day, before I go to sleep, especially if I'm using it for a tool for protection in the astral. Or if I'm trying to raise my vibration, I will play around with the spinning until I feel good, until I feel like myself. If I'm trying to clear out any stagnant, stale, or foreign energy, I will allow the spinning to happen. And really, it just takes a little bit of practice doing it several times, and then you'll be able to know what works best for you. It's a very powerful tool. So I really do hope that you can find a place to incorporate it in your energy practices. Because once we are able to activate it, we give ourselves extra protection and light around the body. And it also helps us serving as a vehicle to higher realms. So many people will put themselves in a Merkaba before they do an astral projection or remote viewing, or even before they do a meditation where they're going to travel back to a past life or a future event. Anytime where they're going to project their consciousness outside of their body, it's very helpful to put yourself in a Merkaba first, because it isn't as a secure energetic vehicle to ensure that you're not infringed upon during your astral journeys. So I hope all this was helpful to you guys. Honestly, if you try it, please let me know, because I'm very interested to know about how you incorporate your Merkaba and how it is working for you. As always, if you have any questions at all, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help. And I'm very honored that you came today, and hope this was helpful. Until next time.